I am kneeling in the back row of the church pews, whispering a practiced amen, while my world quietly collapses beneath this Sunday best. I am bleeding through bandages from a relapse no one knows about. How did this holy sanctuary become the loneliest on earth? And why is God so silent when I break?
Episode 5, guys, and I am so elated and extremely humbled that for the very first time in this channel, or rather in this platform, we have a guest. So, welcome to Beautifully Scarred Podcast, where we share about our scars and how our scars become our stories, our strength. So, we talk about real scars, real healing, and real everything, okay? So now, on to today's topic. Like I have said, we have a guest. However, allow me burst your bubble in the first case. Due to the sensitivity of what we're going to talk about, my guest requested that he does not show his face. So you're stuck, of course, with my smile. Anyway, that's aside. Now, I dare say that sex education is one of the topics that many African parents shy away from, okay? However, over the seasons, or rather over the years, you can actually tell that the consequences are very severe, yeah? Because that means if you do not teach your child about these conversations, you're basically throwing them to the world to be taught. But you and I know that the world is the most cruel of them all, the most cruel teachers. For instance, let's talk about right now. If you do not talk about these conversations with your children, it means with the coming up of technology, your kids are exposed to sex at a very early age. And sometimes, imagine you do not know. Now, that aside, how then did parents used to cope with this? So we've seen over the years, especially with the inception of the missionaries in Africa, and particularly Kenya, let me domesticate it because that's where we are at right now. So what happens is that many families who embraced religion have taken church as a place of, like, it's a safe space. The church is also a place for comfort, and the church is a place of peace. But what then happens if you have entrusted your child to the church and it is the very church that scars your child? Not for 1, not for 2, not for 10 years, but for several years. Because of what? It wasn't so safe, it wasn't so peaceful, and it did not give them comfort. Now, on to my guest. I will allow him to introduce himself. So, please tell us about you.
So, my name is Charles. I'm a student. I'm undertaking a course in fashion design, and I'm ready to share my story and open up
Okay.
about my scars.
Thank you so much. I actually understand that this is it's a very bold move. And I must also recognize that it's something very dear and very private. So thank you so much for, that's why I started by saying it's very humbling. And I just want you to be, just be free. It's a conversation, just be free. It's never that deep. Plus, I have to assure you that there's so many people who are going through this, and you just allowing us to see your scars, because most of the times when we talk about scars, it's physical scars, but we rarely talk about scars that actually no one sees. Yeah. So calmez-vous, calmez-vous, calmez-vous. It's not deep, it's just a conversation. So you okay?
All right, yeah, I'm okay.
Thank you. Now, so we'll just dive right into it. I think I was just sharing with you this before we started talking, or rather recording this. I was sharing my experience about the first time I was exposed to sex. So I know you and I have grown up in different zones in life and timelines and all that. But in my generation or in my time, I feel like when I say in my generation, I make myself too old. But maybe I'm not that old.
Age is just a number.
Yeah, they do say age is just a number, but is it?
It is.
Okay, if you say so. Now, let me say this. For me, I grew up with a program that was called The Bold and the Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I even remember some of the names of the characters. I think we had Rich, we had Stephanie, and maybe those were the main characters. And I remember our parents would tell us anytime it was like 10 p.m. it was the time for The Bold and the Beautiful. And I know if I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking about this, and you are in my generation, you relate. You can actually start counting how old I am right now. So what used to happen is that our parents used to tell us to go to sleep because, as the way they would put it in Swahili, ni kipindi ya watu wakubwa, like it's a program for adults.
All right.
And so they would tell us, go and sleep, go and sleep. So we knew like we would watch all these other programs, but then when it reaches exactly 9, it's time for news. As a child, news does not really appeal to you. So you kind of watch and not, and that time you're doing homework and all that. But then immediately at 10, we would be told to sleep. So now what used to happen is we lived in, like when I was younger, we lived like, our house had 3 rooms. We had a bedroom, we had a living room, then we had a kitchen, then we had like washroom was outside. So then our bed was like a double decker. So I would sleep on the upper bed, upper deck, and then my sister would sleep down. And then there was a mirror in the living room.
Who was older, your sister or you?
My sister was older.
Okay.
So there was a mirror on the living room. What my parents did not know is that we would position the mirror in a way that
It reflects
the television.
Correct.
And my mom will see this. Oh my goodness. So we would position it in a way that would reflect the television. And then what we do, because we were tiny, so the door of the bedroom used to have like these nails. And those nails, it's where like they would hang in the belts and all that. So we would hang on there, like our dear lives depended on it. And then we would shift with my sister. So you watch, like literally you watch everything because of the reflection. You look at the mirror at the living room, and then the mirror is doing you the grace of recording whatever is going on the television.
Correct.
My parents never knew this, but I feel like as a child, the more you're told don't, it piques your interest. Don't, it piques your interest. So slowly by slowly you find yourself, it's like you're always moving a step, like something that looks innocent. You continue, you go on. And then it started to advance to things like, I think we had tapes, videotapes, not
VHS.
Yes. No, we left tapes, then people went to CDs, and right now there's Netflix. No one really cares about all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I grew up in the times of tapes, and there were some tapes that were not good. So my parents, of course, would put them aside, but when you're not there, your kids do what your kids do. So yeah, I think that's basically what I'm talking about. So for you, what was your experience? How, like, if you can recall in your childhood, what was your first experience of being exposed to sex or sexual encounters or anything of the sort?
My first glimpse of sexuality was in grade 4, or rather those days they used to call it standard 4. So I'm also catching up in age, which is just a number. But I can relate to your story. So it was a glimpse of where I really started picking interest in drawing because I have a background in art and design. I really started picking up drawing from my classmates, and it became a hobby because we used to draw cars and the likes. It graduated to action heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there was this particular boy, I can't remember his name, but he had a magazine whereby it had pictures of ladies dressed skimpily. And I saw it and I was like, I felt this nudge that this is not right. But except for that, these doors or gates kept on opening in such a way that I got more exposed till I think class 6 when I was transferred to a different school. And we started learning about sexuality. And I would notice the female genitalia and the male genitalia was way different. And I thought by the saying that we're all the same in God's eyes, but I didn't know we're different in terms of our reproductive organs.
That is crazy.
So I started to investigate the ladies, and I loved how there was no visible protuberance or anything of that sort, and I admired that till I started to manipulate that in myself, in my trousers, just to look flash and all that. And then one day, because we had a swimming pool, and that's where I learned to swim in this new school. So I would observe the ladies. I would see it was quite different. Of course, I knew the breasts they were different, from us, but down there I thought like we're the same, but that's quite different. And in learning these organs, I could relate to my organ. I could see it was like a section, but I could not relate to the women's genitalia at all. So it became like a quest to discover. Then fast forward, going to like church on one day, a buddy of mine comes with his phone, and guess what? It had pornography in it.
Wow.
Seated at the back pew watching porn with my friend, and I was like, so this is how humans are made, but in retrospect, but at the start I didn't know what was quite going on. And then fast forward, we go to another church camp, and a friend of mine shows me in his phone like a site where you view skimpily dressed women. So my first view of sexuality was in standard 4. And then in class 6, I gained quite an interest in why we're so different. And then around that time is when I also viewed porn on my friend's phone in church.
Now, let me pause on that a bit, and before we continue with the part where you are exposed to pornography in church through your friend's phone. And I believe like when you introduced yourself, you said you're how old right now?
29.
29. And by this time you are in class or grade?
Grade 4.
Grade 4.
Yeah.
And by that time, I am assuming that most of our parents usually think we are very innocent.
No, we're not.
We are not.
Yeah. We're tiny criminals.
Tiny criminals.
Yeah.
I couldn't have actually defined it better.
Yeah.
And I feel like we usually castigate the current generation a lot and cut a lot of slack to the earlier generations, just that these sins, or rather these things, have existed from time immemorial. The only thing is that they morph into different ways of expressing themselves. Because this is way back. If you're 29 right now, it's been years and years and years. And a place where you're growing up, I assume you did not have a phone of your own.
I didn't.
And I also assume that you were brought up with parents who were there for you in all the ways that they could.
Correct.
So, did they bring you up in church?
Yes, they did.
And I assume that's why you found yourself in church.
Yes, I did.
So now, while you're in church, there's an identity that the church gives you.
Correct.
You read the Bible, and you're told you're a son of God, she's a daughter of God, we're all family, even though we have different parents. And then there's now this identity. So you going to church, I believe, first of all, I dare say this, that most of the time, but not at the expense of being controversial, is that most of us follow a certain faith because of the households that we've been brought up into.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're a Muslim because you found yourself in a Muslim house, and etc. So, as you navigate this, most of our parents never really explain the faith and all that, because the assumption is that huyu ni mtoto, like she's a child or he's a child and they're not gonna get this, but church is mandatory. Now you keep going and go and go. And the sickest part of all this thing is that if I hear that you've been exposed to pornography somewhere else, makes sense. But then, if I hear that you've been exposed to pornography in church,
That's a shock.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Because what do you mean? Me as a parent, I'm in the house, I'm like, my child is safe. That's where they are teaching them morals and all that. So can you tell me about, just briefly, the internal war of, you're in church, this is being taught, and then you've seen something. How was that moment for you?
First of all, when you come to view or into terms with such content, yourself, you don't know how to take it, other than something in you tells you it's not right, but again, something in you doesn't know how to talk about it to someone else.
Yeah.
It becomes like a secret, like you don't want to tell, and you don't want to talk about it with someone else. It's just the enemy's way of disguising it as something harmless, but it is harmful. And when you come into contact with it, your first response is shock, like, is this? But you keep on wanting to view to know what happens next, the sequence of events.
Yeah.
So there's also that curiosity.
Yeah.
It's like biting the fruit of knowledge of good and bad. You don't know how bad is bad and how good is good. Yeah.
So you want to experience for yourself.
You want to experience for yourself.
And that's why no matter how much you're usually told that experience is the best teacher, we never really want to learn from other people's experiences.
Yes.
We want to be hit as well, suffer, feel the pain, so that now you're like, don't do this, but the other person will still do it.
And allow me to throw a spanner in the works.
Okay.
Growing in church, people give out their testimonies, and you're like, God has rescued you from such and such, from heavy bondages, and you're like, okay, I also want to experience the same, so God can also rescue me from the same. But you never know what you're getting yourself into. You might enter into this rabbit hole and never come back.
Okay. Now that you've talked about this rabbit hole, then let us explore it. Tell us, how is the journey? You're exposed to grade 4, sex, curiosity peaks, and then you see the way the devil is usually very intentional. Grade 6 now, the learning, your eyes start to open, the questions. And then I feel like if the home feels safe enough for a child to express their curiosity and not really look for secret ways to fulfill the quench of that curiosity, kids would be more open. I'm saying this because I know there are homes like that exist. But most of the time, years back, it was not there. At least right now, things are getting better, yeah? So now, then this happens, you go to church, okay, you're exposed to pornography. So how was that journey for you? The exposure to you viewing this content, how then did it follow you again and again? Just paint for us that picture.
So this journey came back to me full circle, full blown, when I got my first cell phone, and that was right after I finished my Form 4.
Okay.
Or my, is it A levels? O levels
Yeah,
for
we
those.
don't really care.
We don't
Whoever
care,
it's,
but yeah.
But before you got that, how old were you by the time? Because from 4, I'm guessing that is 18, 17.
17, yeah, 17 and 18, yeah.
But the first time you were having exposure to this content, how old were you by then?
About 9,
9 years old.
9,
Yeah, because
10,
class 4
9,
is
10.
9.
Yeah, 9, 10.
9, 10.
Yeah,
That's young.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, I continue.
So when I get my first phone and I get my first job as working as a assistant to a laborers, or we like to call them fundis in the construction.
Yeah.
And one of the guys shows me several videos and shares them with me on my phone. So I watch them, and the first thing that happens is I jerk,
Okay.
and I feel an instant crazy high
Mm-hmm.
that I've never felt or experienced before.
And did this guy just show you? Did you ask for them, or they just gave you the videos?
They just gave me the videos. I
Just
didn't
like
ask
that.
for them. I didn't ask for them.
And it was an older person.
An older person.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they shared the videos with me. So I kept on watching them that day and in the night when I got home. And I felt kinda, I lack a better word for it, but I felt like a high, like euphoria
Mm-hmm.
in my brain and in my organs, like when you ejaculate, how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So that was bliss.
Okay.
And I wanted to experience that every now and then.
Again
But
and again.
apparently for that is short lived, so now you get hooked.
True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And may I say also, when I was in high school, we used to have funkies and symposiums. I was in journalism club.
Okay.
And there was this particular day, some high school, girls' secondary school came to our school. We are hosting them. We're hosting several schools. So this girls' secondary school came, several of them, and we're hosting a symposium. And it came time for entertainment, and my oh my, you don't want to believe
What happened?
what
Tell
happened.
us. Mm-hmm.
Okay, girls were twerking on the boys, and as you can imagine, yours truly wanted a performance, a
Okay.
sensual performance.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you think of Herodias and in the Bible, I think this is what was going on.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was very essential. And I wanted such a performance. I didn't know at the time it was called twerking, because when I was going for tuition over the holidays to a particular church again for where they were hosting tuition sessions for high schoolers over the holidays,
Okay.
I asked a girl to twerk for me and I didn't know what it meant. So her shock on her face was like, of course she said no. So I wanted to know what it meant. And at this time, it's when Nicki Minaj's song Anaconda had just come out.
Oh. Okay.
And we went to a friend's place who stayed nearby the church for lunch. And they put this video. And I was like, oh my. So this is what it really
What it
means.
really means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see it in HD because they had a big TV.
So you don't need to like scrouch like this on your phone and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
So that opened a gate. So now my next quest was looking at high schoolers twerk
Okay.
on YouTube, and that opened another door
Okay.
till where I joined high school. Not high school, college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, from what I'm hearing you say,
Mm-hmm.
is that I see a pattern. First of all, it's you say that the first experience for you, we've spoken about it. Someone had a phone. in church
Yes.
that did not have good content.
Yes.
And then you're there, of course, you told me that it was on the back row. So you're there kneeling and all this. And then the sermon is going on. And then you're like, wait, what? So that piques your interest.
Yes.
And then the hunger starts.
Yes.
Now, as the hunger starts, of course, even when you're usually hungry, you look for food.
You look for food.
So you start looking.
And this hunger is insatiable. It can never be quenched.
And reminds me of something I had someone recently say on TikTok, is that God has created us as human beings as a vacuum, and that vacuum can only be filled with him. The more we fill it with things and things and things,
True.
it never gets full.
Yeah, true.
And that's why you find that when you yearn for something, especially lustful things, it feels like again and again and again. But I also observe that the world is very faithful. It's intentional in placing things when you're struggling. You're there, you're looking for answers. Then class gives you answers. You're like, okay, so this is how it looks. And then more doors keep on opening. So there are the doors, or what we call the gates. That's why we're usually being told we be very careful of what we consume.
Yeah.
What we consume through our gates or doors.
Yeah.
We have the eyes.
The ears.
We have the ears as well. What is usually the other one?
The mouth.
The mouth. The
Yeah.
mouth is that now is the outlet of
Yeah.
what your eyes get.
Yeah.
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 And so this has happened. Then
I think also our sexual organs are gates.
They are.
Would they? Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they are private. That's why they're called private parts.
We should get keep for the only one person in marriage. Yeah.
Now, I feel like now when you go open, when you go touch,
Mm-hmm.
you open up things that we usually say, let the lions lie.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Let the sleeping dog lie.
Let the sleeping dog lie.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're kind of right, because our sexual organs as well can act as gates. So I see that you've done, and then now you're in school, there's that exposure from your peers, and then it feels there's the disgust. You've spoken about the disgust, but at the same time, there's a euphoria. So there's the confusion. You keep oscillating. Should I stay on the disgust? But then I also like what it makes
the thrill.
me feel. Yeah, the thrill.
Yeah.
And so the disgust, I want to believe, is because of the conscience we've been put in. That's why even when someone does not tell you what wrong is,
Mm-hmm.
we usually kind of know
Mm-hmm.
something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's why the disgust comes from. But then now I look at also a pattern. You're done with school, this thing is following you, and it's growing and growing. So first it's magazine, then we go to the phone, and then the school, and then there's the girls now, and then the part of observation on the swimming pool, and then another church setup where you're supposed to be learning, and another person comes with another content. Then you're entrusted with an adult willingly gives you.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yes.
Because they're supposed to be adults.
Yeah.
So now they pass on to you something, and then you continue to struggle.
Yeah.
So I see a pattern of people, and influence. So a space, but what is common across all these things is about people. So something now that you're struggling with all this, then can I ask, there's Ephesians 5:11 that talks about have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of the darkness, but expose them. So you've talked about secrecy. It's like a secret sin. It's something only you know, what you're suffering from. So it carried you from primary, you went with it with high school. Did it stop in college?
It never stopped in college. It pursued me till college and after college.
So through college and after college.
Yes.
Okay, now, when did you actually realize that you're hooked? Because you can just, there's a way we usually excuse ourselves, like alcohol. When a drunkard says, I'm not a drunkard. And then there's that place where you're like, I have a problem.
I think up until when I was in college, when I was so hooked that I would spend the whole night watching porn. So I would jerk severally, and my phone battery would die. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And anytime I would capitalize on being alone in a secret and dark room, just like a cinema theater, to enjoy the experience and have my earphones on.
Okay.
So the only time I was alone was at night.
Okay.
And late into the night, early morning. So that's the only time. Then sleep. And when you're young, you're in college, you have all the time, and you're really lost because you don't know how to make good use of your time, so you spend it on vices. Yeah.
And let me ask, how did this affect your studies? Because I believe it did.
It did affect my studies, and the way it was structured in school is we had nights or days where we would stay in studio learning. I forgot to mention I have a diploma in architecture.
Okay.
We had various assignments we had to do and submit under crazy amount of deadlines because the course is very demanding.
Okay.
And we would stay in school, so I was away from my parents, so we'd stay in school. And on some days I would just go to watch because I was alone. I would stay in the studios in school just to watch. And some days I would stay at home doing the work just to watch and relieve myself. I had pseudo accounts on Instagram just to view models.
I can see the effort.
Yeah.
The effort that
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
made you like a mini thief-ish.
Yeah.
So a lot goes into accessing.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming accessing is not hard.
It's not hard. It's very easy.
So that means you just have to know your way around.
You just need to know your way around.
And I'm saying it's technology, not really someone showing you physically.
Yeah.
But you are accessing it through gadgets.
Yeah, gadgets. Yeah, correct.
So that means time that you're supposed to be spending maybe studying, the need for relief outweighs the need for studies.
Yes.
So that means your grades were taking a beating, I
They're
believe.
taking a huge drop, a nosedive.
A beating was me being kind.
Yeah, but in this other sexual education, I was thriving.
You were striving.
I was thriving.
Now, let me ask, were you dating those days?
No, I wasn't dating.
Because if you were, I think that would have also affected. And perhaps maybe that's why you didn't date. Because, I mean, you were having the euphoria you needed.
Yeah.
Or the euphoria a woman would have given you.
Yeah.
So that was not really, it was inconsequential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of me believed that women needed pickup lines and mine were lame, so I call them pickup limes, like limes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so to make lemonade, I satisfied myself, masturbated, watched porn. Yeah, that's how I satisfied myself. But I still had a desire just to know, to have a high school girlfriend or a college girlfriend, but never happened.
Now let me ask something.
But I did have crushes though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crushes come and go.
They come and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But girlfriends is something different.
Something different.
But then, of course, you are getting what maybe why. Okay. Let me put this disclaimer. So, people get to women for different reasons.
Yes.
according to God, is a man is not good for a man to be alone for companionship. However, let's call a spade a spade. In this era that we are in, I think, or rather what I see is that a woman has been mostly objectified as a sexual tool or a tool for sexual relief.
Yes.
And from maybe what you're sharing, and even you not being able to date, is that for anyone who's even watching or listening to this right now, or whatever time you'll come to find, is that pornography is giving you the high. So, and as you have shared, it's something you only did in secret. Because if it was something good, I think people would do it just openly. And that's why there's the effort for earphones. And I'm sure you were the kind of person where your phone could not miss a password. And if you leave your phone, you just be like, my goodness, I would not want anyone to see what is in my phone,
Yeah, correct.
So can I safely say that pornography can replace the place of a woman in terms of those people who see that when you come with a woman, the companionship bit is that sex is involved?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of makes you a voyeur. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Expound a bit.
It makes you attracted to seeing people making out and getting pleasure from that. And also in some cases it makes you an incel because
Okay.
because you desire to get some but you can't get some, so you retreat to other ways. Yeah.
So you do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You become your own god.
Yeah.
But that is crazy. Like, I can't believe that I'm watching people making out and then I'm getting satisfaction from it. But I guess it's an effect of porn.
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard from other people is that what people watch, porn addicts at some point, what they watch and they have partners, they want to try with the partners, only forgetting that
this is acted.
This is acted.
Yeah.
And these are paid actors.
Yeah.
And there's no way your woman is going to start do karate and all that. all those styles and all those. And then you kind of get disappointed.
Yes.
Because now you're putting someone in a bar.
Yeah.
That they can never really reach. And I say this for both ways.
Yeah.
Because pornography does not respect age.
Yeah.
It does not respect sex. Neither does it respect gender. Yes. So it hooks both men and women. So for the other partner who's hooked, they have so much high expectations because of what they are seeing. And I've even heard from a movie, it's like, me, I'm not one of those actors. I cannot do what you're expecting me to do. If you want, go and hire people to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to it. So now this has followed you college, way past college and all that. So now you recognize that indeed I am hooked.
Yeah.
So bring us to a point where you now decide, what was that point for you that you decided I need to overcome this? Or was there a certain point in your life where someone maybe might have really spoken to you and you decided, let me come out?
I think when I started to talk about it, because I felt like it was too much for me to take on. And I think that was about 2018. There's a rapper that I like a lot called Andy Mineo. He did a song about shame and how pornography, we endure shame and guilt and stuff like that, and he just opened up, and that song brought me to tears. I still love that record till today. I listen when I can, and I just enjoy how much it does for me. So when other people speak about it, it also makes you want to speak about it, because it's something that's burdening you, and you want to take the weight off your chest, off your shoulders, and just vent.
Okay.
But part of you also is like, how will people perceive me? How will people see me? I'm this guy who's grown up in church. Like, I don't. How are they gonna see me? Like, my flaws. Like, yeah. But what you never know is all the people I ever vented to, they told me they had a struggle with it, and I was like, oh,
They look so
so
packaged.
they look so perfect and well put out together, but people, I'm telling you, have scars out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's the invisible scars that we rarely talk about.
yeah, for sure.
Because outward you're adorned in a very perfect manner.
Yeah,
So what people see is the perfection you project.
yes,
But then inside you can be really ugly or
yeah,
really hurt.
yeah,
But now the fact that we rarely talk about things like this, then that means people just feel like a church is a space, or rather people see people who look perfect as really perfect,
yes,
without really knowing that perhaps you who think you're imperfect, you're actually, the degree of perfection, if there's such a thing,
yeah,
is higher than
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So was there like maybe someone in your life that you've talked about, the singer,
Mm-hmm.
was there now a part now physically? Can you like take us through the part where you're like, okay, let me confess this to someone? Because they usually say that sin thrives in secrecy,
Mm-hmm.
but now confession is the first step of healing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first person you ever told that, bro, this is what I'm going through?
So it was in, I think, 2020 or 2018. I can't get the figures right.
Mm-hmm.
That, no, it was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2018 or 2020? No, I can't really remember. It's been a long time.
Okay.
And I I put out a text on my on my church group. I said, guys, I need help. I'm struggling with porn. I just opened up like that.
Okay.
People saw the message, but they didn't really get that I was really asking for help.
Okay.
I got a few assurance from some ladies, which I really remember. It was comforting at that time. It still is. And I could get on and off relapse here and there, but now the worst to the worst came when I realized I couldn't pass a certain paper in calculus and another unit in survey in architecture, which was really hard in second year. And I kept on getting retakes and retakes. Then I discovered this is the reason why I can't pass.
Okay.
So I really cried. Then I vented to a youth pastor who was linked by a friend of mine when I posted on my status SOS, like save our souls, because it was really that bad that I just wanted to drink and pass out. So the shame lets you to self-destruct even more.
Okay.
So when I spoke to the youth pastor, he comforted me and he walked this journey with me.
So he loved you. He did not
Yeah, he
castigate
gave
you.
me a soft landing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a pillow to land on, a soft pad.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure that made you felt, or rather you felt like, because he did not castigate.
And he wasn't even dressed like a pastor. I mean, he was cool. He had his chains and he had his swag on. He didn't look like a pastor. So it was so easy to vent to. Because when you see the term pastor, you figure this person with a staunch face, certain looks.
With
they
a
have the
suit.
collar, the suit. And that already intimidates you. Yeah.
And then there's this serious aura
The
going
serious
on.
aura going on. Yeah.
So the Percy embraced you.
He embraced me.
And that made you want to heal.
Yeah, that made me want to heal.
So usually, like being saved,
Mhm.
there's the Romans 10:9.
Mhm.
You confess with your mouth,
Mhm.
believe in your heart
Mhm.
that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. He died and rose again and is now seated at the right hand of God the Father.
Uh-huh.
Then you're born again.
Yes.
However, the next step
Uh-huh.
is usually public confession.
Yes.
That you say, how are you, Stella? I'm very fine, thank you. This and this and this. Jesus is my personal savior.
Savior.
So there's that confession, public confession.
Yeah.
Did you have a public confession?
Not until later on.
Later on.
Yeah, later on.
Talk to us about that. How did that go? And what triggered the sharing?
Okay, what triggered the sharing was that I never really felt like I'm a fraud. Like on one side, I attend church in my Sunday best, looking all good.
You're a frequent church goer.
Yeah, I'm frequent
Who is
church goer.
singing as well.
We sing as well.
Eh,
Cause when you're young, things that appeal to you are sexual immorality,
mhm,
alcohol, and drugs.
mhm.
And then before it was betting, like many people have lost their lives to betting.
Still do.
Still do.
Still do.
Yeah, those are the vices. Those are the things that are called vibes, but it's really sin, and we should come out of that.
Mm.
And when I was like growing in my faith, I came to realize that there's a verse says that those who embrace me, I'll embrace them.
Okay.
And you get to learn that this is a journey of repentance, and repentance is change of heart, change of actions, change of behavior, and pouring out your heart to God. So I offered all my brokenness to God, and he repaired me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on and off I would write poetry, so I would vent. So that's how I was able to
You're healing.
healing.
You are pouring your thoughts on paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at what point now did you find it relevant, or rather you felt like, okay, guys, this is who I am.
Mhm.
I am choosing to go beyond my shame,
Mhm.
because I'd say shame really makes people small,
Mhm.
and you want to come out,
Mhm.
but like you shared,
Mhm.
there's the thought of what will people say,
Mhm.
and won't it show that indeed there's a disconnect between the me who
Mhm.
people see
Mhm.
and the real me.
Mhm.
So there's that war between the internal war
Mhm.
and the outside war.
Mhm.
But then there's a time that there's that point where we say the crack,
Mhm.
or what broke the camel's back.
Back.
So at what point did you ever feel, or rather just stand and start saying, did you ever find yourself like in a crowd perhaps and just say, this is what I'm going through?
Mhm.
Was there such a moment for you?
The thing graduated to a point where I would self-harm. Like you can see I have scars on my arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these were like slits.
Yeah, I would slit my wrist or burn my arm with warming a knife on the stove,
Okay.
and just emboss the knife on my skin so I get burn marks. But those are healed past now. That was the point I realized that I'm really suffering. I'm really struggling. This thing has really graduated, and I'm helpless. I can't do anything. Like I'm at my wit's end. Like all my efforts I tried to quit it cold turkey, take the cold showers like people say. But it's more than that.
Okay.
It's when you realize like you can't function anymore. You're an addict, and it's like a new drug. Like because of the dopamine, the rushes it gives you, then the shame, till you start noticing that it affects your sleeping patterns, your productivity. Because when people are supposed to be sleeping, you're awake, and when you're supposed to be awake, you're sleeping. So it derives you of opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, what was going through your mind to make you like self-harm? Because in all honesty, I know people slit like their wrists and all that from movies.
Oh, okay.
This is actually the first time I've seen that. I usually feel like, no offense, but I usually feel like it's a white people thing. I don't know, because I feel like maybe it's me who's not so much exposed, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know, us, there are ways that we handle things. Yeah, so Ebu, tell me, what was going through your mind for you to like do that?
Okay, so I wanted to self-harm. The reason why was because I wanted to feel pain, physical pain, because this emotional pain was too much.
Okay.
And the physical pain was like a relief. So other people get tattoos because of the pain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I also used to bang my head on the wall. And that wasn't doing enough justice. So I wanted to see blood coming out. And also, I was suicidal. I wanted an easy way out. But an easy way out is not always a painless way out. So there is the aspect of suicidal tendencies and self-harming and self-harming. Am I answering your question?
You are. But I think I'm trying to wrap my head around all these things. Banging your head is crazy. What do you mean you want to see blood? So it means the emotional anguish is too much.
It's too much.
You want the emotional anguish to match the physical anguish.
Yes.
Can I safely say that that's a cry for help?
It is a cry for help.
And can I safely say that perhaps because physical people see, maybe they'll pay attention?
Yeah.
Did that work?
No, it didn't work because I would also do it in secret. Because I was caught one time while I was staying with some guys, and they hid the knives from me.
Okay. I would do the same. And you'd make me paranoid.
Yeah, they hid the knives from me. So I found other ways. Just banging my head. No one could stop me. But I will also do it when no one is seeing.
So where do you bang your head?
Just on a random wall.
Like bam!
Yeah, bang your head. Yeah, a random wall.
I fear pain.
There's also the hair pulling.
You pull your hair out?
Yeah, you pull your hair out.
Why?
Just to experience pain. I don't know, maybe if you can get a psychologist on board to help you unpack, maybe they can give you the behavior around it.
Will do. I might actually take you up on that offer.
Okay.
That is crazy. Okay, so at this time, you're like, okay, now, I almost use a bad word. Thank you, Jesus, for holding my tongue.
So the spirit is holding the brakes.
I'm still being made. I'm still being made. Okay, so now, how long did this go for?
For years still. I got to be diagnosed of depression.
Okay.
And then after depression, there was a hospitalization where I was diagnosed of bipolar disorder.
Okay.
Yeah. So it also ties into mental health.
Mental health.
Yeah.
So is it pornography that caused all this, or pornography enabled you to know that there was another thing? You've never really connected the dots?
I've never really connected the dots, but it could be a cause.
It could be a cause.
It could be a cause.
Okay, so maybe the acting out was a result of that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to dwell on speculation.
Okay.
But sorry for all that. Sorry for all that. it would be very insensitive of me because, okay, while I am asking about why and all these things, it's because for me it's a new concept, and I think it's not just me who's hearing this for the very first time. And maybe there's someone exactly like me out there who thinks these are just things of the movies, and they are really happening. Yeah, and by the way,
Art imitates life,
I'm
and life imitates art.
That's deep. That's deep, yeah. So sometimes you may see me smile inappropriately and all that. I've been told that I have dark humor. So please just cut me some slack. It comes from a very pure place.
Okay.
Okay, now this happened. So over these years that you are struggling through all these things, aside from the time that your friends noted that, how was that for your family?
My family didn't know because I was in a different country seeking a job opportunity, in which it got worse when I didn't get the job opportunity and COVID happened. So things were really hazy for me. Yeah.
Also, all these things were happening, but you were far away from your folks.
Yes.
So this was the country's top secret.
Top secret.
They will respect you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, makes sense. So now you're there. All these things have happened. So the diagnosis happened over there.
The diagnosis happened here way later when I joined fashion school.
Okay, so all this happened. I guess you relocated. You came back home.
Yeah, when I came back home.
And so when you came back home, so from what I'm hearing, you're sharing is that there's relapse back.
Yes.
Relapse back.
Yeah.
Relapse back.
Yeah.
Relapse back.
Yeah.
And then there's the mental toil now.
Yeah.
You want out, but you don't know how.
Yes.
To an extent now, you get into depression.
Yes.
And then now depression morphs into something deeper, and it's now bipolar disorder.
Yes.
Maybe we'll talk about bipolar disorder on another time.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're open to it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I know
the guests might let us know if
they
they want to know. They can put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard. If you want to know about bipolar disorder and all that, and you need to know like more information and just to share from his experience, because there's nothing that beats experiential knowledge. You know, there's one that you read, there's one that people tell you about from the experience. That's usually different. So if you want, drop in the comments, then I'll come back and source for more information so that you get to understand this. Okay, now you've been diagnosed. You moved back with your parents.
Yes.
Okay, so can you say that right now? Can you say that that's a bridge you have crossed and it's done and dusted, or is it still a struggle?
It is a struggle because you get tempted. You never really heal because you get triggers, and you have to be self-aware and not go into that rabbit hole again. But time and time again, I find myself a relapse. So yeah, it's only right now that I'm more self-aware, and it's easier for me to seek help.
So what happens when you relapse? What like goes through your mind, the emotions and all that?
My libido is usually very high and just wants a way out.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't stave off the brakes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does it come like with
And sometimes it's triggers.
Okay.
Triggers like social media when you're scrolling down. Then it graduates into more arousal. Yeah.
I've had a friend before who said he eventually chose to stay without a phone. He was trying to overcome alcohol. So he purposefully sold his phone, and then owned a mulika mwizi. I don't even know how other countries
A
call
burner
it.
phone maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah.
A burner phone.
Yeah.
So he also stopped watching football because football, he said that he would enjoy football. with boys, and boys are found in bars.
Yeah.
So the football at the bars
Yeah.
is different than the one by yourself.
Yes.
So he cut off football completely. And for like I think 3 years, he never really owned like a phone that can go to social
A
media.
smartphone, yeah.
Yes. Until he felt that he was okay and ready to go back. I equally have another friend who uninstalled all the apps. She just has WhatsApp. That's it. And once in a while, yeah, she actually just has WhatsApp and YouTube. And for YouTube, she watches Korean movies. I also switched to Korean movies.
Is there any you recommend our audience to watch?
I have watched tons. Tons. Kwanza in my Netflix. I either do action or Korean movies. And I know there are other Christians out here who are going to call me out for being unsaved and all that. But like I said, salvation is a journey.
Yeah.
And Koreans are really modest in how they package their acting. Like they will leave the rest for your imagination, but they will not really do it. Like 99% of the movies that have been acted by Koreans are clean. Yeah. Just avoiding the triggers, that things that can make you relapse. So are there steps, like practical steps you can share for someone who is currently going through a struggle with pornography? They are on, off. What are some of the practical steps you can share that someone can follow that work for you? Yes.
First of all is to identify what triggers you.
So be aware of your triggers.
Be aware of your triggers. What triggers you. And what triggers you is what causes you to go back to that behavior. That's whatever triggers you. To be aware of that. Second is to replace it with a behavior. Like you can try walking, reading, a healthy behavior. Walking, reading, exercise. Just replace that behavior, replace that energy with something else. Cooking, yeah.
Something bad will come in.
Yeah. Because the reason why we're replacing that behavior is to get dopamine from a more natural response, which it takes longer to achieve, but is more satisfactory since it endures for long. You feel good about yourself.
But never to leave a vacuum.
Never to leave a vacuum.
So you replace it with something.
You replace it with something else, a healthy one.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
The other one else, if you really feel like you're really struggling, you can reach out to someone you know, and trust.
Very important.
Someone you know and trust, who's gonna get your back, and they'll guide you.
So more or less like an accountability
partner.
And also the fact that sin thrives in secrecy.
In secrecy.
So the sharing,
it helps you release it.
Okay. That's deep.
Yeah. Those are the top 3 at the top of my head for right now.
So first, acknowledge your triggers.
Yeah.
But can I say before acknowledging your triggers is the first would be acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance. Yeah.
That I have a problem.
Yes, for sure.
You cannot get healed if you do not acknowledge that you're sick.
Yeah.
So there's you accepting that.
Yeah.
Charles, you have a problem.
Yes.
Then number 2, identify your triggers in your environment.
Yes.
So triggers can be movies.
Yes.
Songs. Songs.
Songs.
You know how people downplay songs, and songs are very powerful.
Especially music videos nowadays, they're really dirty.
Not just
really sensual.
Even the verbals.
The verbals. Yeah, true.
Songs are deep.
Yeah.
And you know, songs are the only things that do not seek your consent to assess your soul.
Okay.
And you know we are souls.
That's
We are
deep.
souls living in a body.
That's deep.
Songs never seek your permission.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why,
Mm-hmm.
up to date,
Mm-hmm.
part of the reason why I don't get into mat za Rongai,
Mm-hmm.
if you live in Rongai, I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
or Ngong,
Uh-huh.
like those, you know them, with
Yeah.
graffitis and stuff. And
Yeah.
when you get inside, it's like you're inside a discotheque.
Yeah.
And it's like boom, 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 boom. And there's like the hip hop and the hard hip hop and all that.
Yeah.
And sadly, nowadays,
Uh-huh.
there are also the visuals, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And screens are all over.
Yeah.
My goodness. Or that even those ones that leave Kawangware to town,
Uh-huh.
and they use Kenyatta.
Okay.
They have screens.
Yeah.
And someone is just shaking their ass like
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an appropriate word for us, but sorry. Like there's a time I'm going to the library.
Derriere. Yes.
Oh mon Dieu. So there's a time I was going to the library and with my little sister,
Uh-huh.
I am ashamed.
Uh-huh.
Because Sasa, I can't tell her, look, it's there. If it's not that, there's this, there's this. And by the time I reached to the library, my eyes had seen all kinds of things.
Yeah.
It's songs.
Uh-huh.
People downlook sana. Songs, people overlook them a
Oh,
lot.
okay. Okay.
So there's the songs, there's the movies,
Uh-huh.
friends.
Yes.
We rarely talk about people we surround ourselves with.
Yeah, friends.
It can be friends, sisters.
Yeah.
So just watch out for your doors and
Yeah.
your gates and all that.
Yeah.
So that is aware of the environment. And then you say that you replace that habit with healthier habits.
Yes.
Because it's the dopamine you want. You can get the dopamine somewhere
Yes.
else.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but working out also helps you out with your dopamine.
Okay.
Especially gym.
Yes.
When you lift those weights.
Uh-huh.
Like when I go to the gym, the whole world stops to exist.
Okay.
It's just me, muscles, and the way I want to look and all that.
Uh-huh.
And it's also usually recommended, like a psychologist once recommended to me, that when I would have a lot of pressure at work, she recommended that when I leave work in the evening, I pass by the gym first before going to the house.
Oh, okay.
So all that pent up anger, frustration, and all that, I leave it to the gym.
Okay.
So that now when you come to the house, you bring your healthy version to the people you live with. And it worked.
Okay.
So yeah. So, and then the last one you said, what was the last one? So after replacement,
Talking to some. Yeah.
Sharing with someone whom you can trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people blabber a lot.
Yes.
You
Yes.
say something in confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the next thing you're the trending topic on Twitter.
Yes.
So yeah. Well, we are coming to an end. I must say that I have learned a lot. And I have also learned that something that you're not struggling with may really look like not a big deal. And I'm also looking at it in terms of pornography, just like any other thing that we struggle with grows over the years.
Okay.
And grows the more we expose ourselves
Okay.
to them. From what you've also shared, I've also learned that it's not just about the perfection that people exude outside, but you can be perfect outside and you're dying inside.
Yeah.
And I've also learned from you that there's a way love, the way that youth pastor embraced you, there's a way love wants you to be better. But there's also the recognition of the war within and the war outside. So now, finding the mismatch is very important because you feel like you're a fraud in your own life.
Yeah.
And that must be very frustrating.
Sure it is.
Now, before we sign out, I want to ask you this. Did pornography in church change how you viewed church? or rather the view of church, was it changed?
Yeah, it changed.
How so?
Because church is more of religion.
Okay.
And it should be more about truth. When you're coming to confess and everything, laying all your baggages, all your burdens, you come into terms with truth. And until you've encountered that healing, you never really know what it is. Because it's about ritual practices, going for the breaking of the bread, praying, worshiping. But it starts with our hearts. It starts with our hearts. So that we can worship in truth and spirit. All these things that they do, they are good, but it should start with our hearts.
So does this mean that there are things, there are conversations we are avoiding in church that we do not have the luxury of avoiding?
Yes.
And does this mean that the church, maybe we have sessions where we can talk?
Yeah.
Not just come, pray, worship, word, go.
Yeah.
Come, pray, worship, word, go. With the hope that what you're saying changes. Because that doesn't work for everyone.
It doesn't work for everyone.
Do you know Kitambo, like long ago, in churches there were times for testimonies.
Yeah.
People would share.
Okay.
But nowadays our tolerance levels are so low, you'll just be like, ai, hata yeye anaongea sana. Ebu fupisha. Or like or like there's a way. There's a way you just want someone faster.
Yeah.
Like you're taking a lot of time. What are you still saying?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah, like wrap it. Like services are 2.5 hours and you're done.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm also done.
Oh,
2.5 hours for someone is enough.
Is enough.
Past there, I'm like, I feel like you're exaggerating.
Oh, okay.
Wrap it up. But if we had these sessions where we can truly, freely talk.
Yeah.
I love that there are times where we are split and we talk with our peers. But maybe can we try being with our parents in those forums and our parents be open.
Yeah.
Without really castigating.
Yeah.
So that I can say, remember the way parents' meetings used to be in high school?
Yes, I do.
And the academic ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And we would just be allowed to be kids.
Yeah.
We were told, just talk.
Yeah.
And it felt nice because you'd call out your parents and not really have the fear of being reproached and all that, which is lacking. But you've shared something very beautiful, that we stop. The religiosity is important, but let's talk about heart matters. Let's allow people to be truthful. Yeah, that is deep. So we have come to an end, but now, what is your parting shot?
My parting shot is, if you're struggling with the same and you fall, be gracious with yourself and don't dwell on that brokenness.
Okay.
That there is hope, that there'll come a day you won't believe you are struggling and become the testimony. Just hold on to the promises of God, that He loves you, whether you're in sin or not, and He wants the best for you. Just desire to hunger for Him, because He's the only one who can fill that vacuum or that void. And be around people that want the best for you. And when you feel like you can't take it anymore, don't take it out on yourself by self-harming. Find other positive ways of battling that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, to those ones who have been listening to this episode, and every single time I was mentioning about church, you're getting triggered because you are hurt, triggered because you're wounded. Remember, we say that church is a congregation and church is equally a building, but buildings never hurt. It's people who hurt people. However, what happens is that many people say that I left the church and I never left Jesus. That is not the truth from God, because the same God says that you should not forsake the counsel of brethren. This is what I want to end with and tell you this. Church is a hospital for sinners. It's not a harbor for saints. And in the words of a man called Robert Manning, he says it this way: church is not a museum for saints, but it's a hospital for sinners. Every single person who goes to church, they have brokenness of some sorts. They are not perfect. And so are you. You're equally not perfect. So just surround yourself with people who love you. And even if church is the space where it hurts you, it scars you, like for Charles, the way it happened in the pornography and all that, he kept going. That's the difference. The difference is that those who fall and separate themselves, we say that lone wolves, or an animal that does not walk with the pack, is very vulnerable to attacks. So when you mess up, or if you're struggling with pornography or any secret sin that you're struggling with right now, and then you separate yourself from every other person, you put yourself vulnerable at attacks. However, surround yourself with people that you would want to be like them. Of course, they also have issues that they're battling with, but you're like, I want to be like this, that certain bar. Knowing that even the person whom you aspire to be is also twisted in their own way. So you do not put your hope on people, but hope in Christ. I hope this episode really spoke to you. You do not want to miss episode 6, because I'm going to unpack something the way you are not anticipating for this, and I am not going to say it right now. So you want to check up on episode 6, sorry. This is maybe me exhausted and blubbering now. But until next time, thank you for staying all through. Bisous!